Man, I freaking love Trump, dude.
Wait a minute. Why do you love Trump? Why did you vote for him?
What? What do you mean? Like, what's not to love about the man? Like, for starters, he's a true patriot and he's a God-fearing Christian. He fights for the Constitution and he follows the law. Not like you libs always trying to change the laws to like make them equal for everybody. The law is the law, and it should stay that way.
Okay, but didn't he pardon 1,200 people who stormed the Capitol with weapons? And unfortunately, some people were unalived, and a lot of people were injured, and they broke into the Capitol and they tore it up. I mean, that's government property.
I mean, have you ever heard of something called freedom of speech? Or like the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms? These people were simply using their First and Second Amendment to express how they felt, and you're allowed to carry weapons. I mean, so Trump pardoned them because they were exercising their amendments.
Okay, well, speaking of the Second Amendment, don't you think maybe we should do some gun reform? I mean, right now, guns are the leading cause of death for children and teens. And there have been so many unfortunate school shootings just tragically taking away children's lives.
I mean, that's all unfortunate, but like the law's the law. You should be able to, exercise your right, carry weapons, and Trump seems to believe that that Second Amendment doesn't need to be touched. And to be honest, they probably shouldn't build schools where people carry guns. They should have put the school somewhere else. I think that maybe the only thing they should change is just not allowing people in the LGBTQ community to carry guns. Like, that would just solve everything.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're really passionate about freedom of speech and the right to arm yourself. But hey, did you hear about that woman in Minneapolis that got unalived last week by ICE? I mean, she was driving her car away, and it seemed like she might have been heading towards the ICE officer, but he unloaded 4 rounds into her car, and she tragically passed away.
Oh yeah, that's freaking awful, man. Did you see what happened to the ICE agent? He spent the night in the hospital. He almost died. She used her car as a weapon. I mean, come on, she should have just gotten out the car when they were yelling at her and telling her to get out. Like, you just gotta follow the law.
Okay, but don't you think that there's probably better protocol as opposed to unaliving somebody for driving at a very slow speed? Just like yesterday in Minneapolis, it doesn't seem like caution or protocol was taken with Alex Pretty, the guy who passed away because he was simply holding his cell phone and recording ICE officers. And then as he was helping up a woman that they sprayed in the face with pepper spray and shoved to the ground, they pepper sprayed him over and over again, threw him to the ground. And yes, he was carrying a gun on him, but you're allowed to carry in the state of Minnesota. And they took it away from him and still unalived him, and then set off about 7 to 8 more rounds into his body that wasn't even moving.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, why would he be recording ICE officers? Like, everyone knows you're not supposed to do that, and everyone knows that if you're gonna walk the streets and there might be ICE officers around, you don't just carry a weapon on you. Like, you just don't. And on top of that, there are a bunch of whistles going on, and it could easily be mistaken for the sound of a gunshot,
Oh, hold on. I think Trump is about to speak about yesterday's...
Sometimes ICE is going to be too rough with somebody, or, they deal with rough people. They're going to make a mistake. Sometimes it can happen. We feel terribly. I felt horribly when I was told that the young woman who was had a tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a horrible thing. Everybody would say, ICE would say the same thing.
Wow, I never thought I would say this, but it seems like Trump is almost remorseful. He feels bad about what took place.
Yeah, I mean, everything. That was all just it's a tragedy, and ICE, they make mistakes, and sometimes they are going to be too rough, and they just need to take responsibility for it. Like Trump said, yeah, it's a tragedy. That I feel horrible about it.